Greetings. I am the Librarian, and Lavande and I are going to be making a fairly simple pasta recipe for you. Now, basically everyone has their own version of Aglio e Olio, which is basically a garlic spaghetti. And the reason is because it is a very simple dish, but it is one that I have never actually attempted, even though I am very fond of garlic. So we're going to be putting one together today. So what we have are spaghetti noodles. Most of the recipes online were saying things like, oh, use a pound of it, use 12 ounces. Some of us do not use imperial. What I had was a 900-gram pack, and I just split that in half, so that should be about a pound for those of you who do not use metric. I have half a cup of olive oil. What kind of olive oil? The kind that was on sale. And I have garlic that I have started slicing. Now, the main thing that seems to be different in people's recipes is the amount of garlic. I've seen as little as 2 cloves to as many as 8. I'm using the equivalent to about 5 of these, so about 5 big cloves. I also have some parsley that I'll be using later. I have the usual salt and pepper that I will be using to taste, and some red pepper flakes. And I do have some grated parmesan, but that is in the fridge and I will get it later. First, my water is already boiling. So I have got my water up to a boil and salted it. And now I'm going to put my spaghetti in there. And that should give me time to get everything else prepped, since that is supposed to be 7 to 9 minutes or so. So let's get some of these things out of the way, and I can continue chopping things. So first I'm going to add my oil to a cold pan, because we do not want to burn our garlic. Just going to get all that in there. Set that aside. I'm going to finish chopping my garlic. I've seen various ways of people chopping their garlic for this, but the most common way seems to be doing it in these little thin strips. So I will be doing that way, and it means I don't need to clean my garlic press, because that is very annoying. There, so I've got garlic, so I'm going to toss in there. And I'm going to turn that up to medium heat for now, just to get it up to temperature. I will be keeping an eye on that. So once it starts sizzling a little bit, I will be turning the temperature down. But for now, there is my garlic in there, and I'm going to give my spaghetti a poke to try and make sure it all gets down into the water. You really need to make a tall pot for making spaghetti, so that it can all go in the water at once. I suppose I could lie it down and cook it in a frying pan or something, but it doesn't have the same feel. All right, I'm now going to chop up my parsley. I'm going to end up needing about a 1/4 cup of this. So I'm just going to take those bits off. And just chop the rest of this up. Oh, my garlic's starting to bubble a little bit. I'm going to turn that down to medium-low. And keep an eye on it. Whoop. And slosh my spaghetti water. Yes, these cooking videos are less, here's how to make it correctly, and more, you know, if the clown can do it, so can you. Now my olive oil is starting to sizzle. I'm going to add my red pepper flakes. I'm only putting in a couple pinches worth since I'm not too spicy myself. And the reason for the low and slow cooking of the garlic is that we want to infuse the flavor into the oil rather than just browning the garlic. How's my spaghetti doing? Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. We need at least 3 more. Meantime, I'm going to see if I can make this parsley smaller. Yes, I do agree. Garlic looks about done here. It's just taking on a little bit of a golden brown color. So now what I'm going to do is turn off the heat to it, and I'm going to add some of the pasta water to stop the cooking process, because I don't want my garlic to get any browner. Let's see. Let's see how my spaghetti's doing. Still a little crunchy in the center. It's going to need another minute. Okay. My pasta is just at the, no longer crunchy stage. And this is one of those ones where we want to finish it in the sauce. I'm going to take the pasta without bothering to drain it. I'm just going to dump it straight into the oil, because the pasta water will help make the sauce what it is. Because the pasta water has starches in it, so it's not going to just be straight oil. It's going to be emulsified oil. It should make a proper sauce. Come on, spaghettis. Yep. Now I'm also going to dump in the cup of Parmesan cheese that I took out of the fridge during one of the times that the camera was off. And I'm going to take the parsley, dump that in. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. And we're going to stir this all up so that the oil gets everywhere and the cheese melts and the parsley wilts. Should have gotten a fork. Let me give that a little taste. Because we still want to taste for seasoning. We did salt the spaghetti water, but it still may need a little salt to bring out the flavors. Oh, that is nice. A little more pepper. And I am going to add an extra couple pinches of salt. It'll help the garlic stand out more. All right, so taste test number 2. That is about right for my tastes. I think a little basil would put this over the top, but I don't have any fresh right now. So this will have to do. So until next time.